Hi friends, I've brought a new video for you. This video is going to be on 12 steps to better health. To get through the hardest journey, we need take only one step at a time, but we must keep on stepping. Likewise is our nutrition. A nutrition plan must be acquired to get better health. And so the first step towards a better nutrition plan would be drink more water. The body is 75% water. So it makes sense that this essential fluid must be continually replenished. We can only go for a month without food, but we can live only 2 or 3 days without water. Water is crucial to our survival. Many people are confused by how much water they should be drinking. They are always told to drink more. What is more? What is the correct quantity of water for your body? Some experts recommend 8 glasses a day. But this raises the question, how big is one glass? 8 ounces more or less? The answer must come from your own experience. Much will depend on your size. A smaller person will need proportionally less water than a bigger person. It only depends on your level of physical activity, the climate in which you live, and your diet. According to traditional Chinese medicine, drinking more water increases yin, making the body light and airy and expanding energy through the whole system. If you are too yang, too tight or contracted, suffering from stress, headaches and bodily tension, you may want to try increasing your water intake to balance these symptoms. In addition, cravings for sweet foods may actually be signals of dehydration. Drinking water may reduce or eliminate the cravings. Considering the proven impact of water on human health, it amazes me that people remain so unaware and uneducated about this subject. They spend most of their lives dehydrated, needlessly suffering from low energy, cravings and symptoms, not realizing they could feel much better by merely drinking more water. Also, most of the added sugar in our diet comes from sugar-sweetened beverages. So a simple switch to water can have huge health benefits for those who are looking to reduce their sugar intake. The second step towards better health is practice cooking. It is a well-known paradox that only a skilled cook knows how to prepare a meal in just a few minutes. You would think expertise would bring complexity, but making a meal can actually be divided into 2 simple stages: preparation time and cooking time. Preparation time for rice is short, about a minute. Taking it out of the bag, measure it, rinse it and put it in the pot. The cooking time is longer, but this does not mean you need to hang around the kitchen impatiently testing the rice every few minutes to see if it's ready. Just flip on a timer and go about doing whatever else you need to do. Vegetables, which are seriously lacking in most people's daily diets, are especially easy to prepare. Making a salad involves rinsing and chopping. Cooking vegetables takes a couple of minutes of preparation time to rinse and chop, and then a few minutes of cooking time to steam, saute or boil. Juicing is an instantaneous way to prepare vegetables. All you need is a juicer and a few minutes to clean it once you are done. Other easy ways to eat vegetables are buying bags of baby carrots or celery sticks, or simply washing vegetables and eating them in their natural crunchy state. Creatively selecting combination of foods is similar to a painter choosing colors for a palette. Cooking is the only art form that actually enters the bloodstream. You can look at a painting and find it inspirational, or listen to a piece of music to create a mood, but homemade food has a much better, deeper effect because it goes into your body. A very intimate relationship exists between a meal and a person who consumes it. Likewise, if you are cooking vegetables, you only need 2 or 3 minutes of time to steam them. If you prolong the cooking time of vegetables, all the nutritional value will go into the steam. So cook for a short time and eat healthy vegetables. The third step would be experiment with whole grains. Many fashionable diet theories advise people to avoid carbohydrates, naming them as a culprit in our obesity crisis. Overconsumption of carbs in Western society is no doubt an issue, but eliminating high carbs foods isn't always the answer for all people and cultures. By looking at the delicate thin bodies of Japanese people who consume high carbohydrate diets composed of large amounts of rice and starchy vegetables, one can conclude that not all carbs lead to weight gain. Still, the subject of whether to eat grains does stir up emotions for many. Some people live on brown rice and oatmeal, others do better with less grain, and some swear by getting off grains altogether. No food is inherently good or bad, so I encourage you to experiment with whole grains and see which one works best for you. The most common grain in our culture is wheat. Some people may be sensitive to wheat and not know it at all. Wheat products are heavily subsidized and the food industry incorporates it into almost all breakfast cereals, cookies, cakes and crackers. Gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley and rye, is difficult for some to digest. If you are sensitive to gluten, you can experience bloating, constipation, diarrhea or gas after eating wheat and other glutinous grains. Other related problems are brain fog, chronic indigestion and candida. In more severe cases, someone might have celiac disease. The fourth step to a great health, to better health, is increasing the sweet vegetables. Almost everyone craves sweets. Instead of depending on processed sugar, you can add more naturally sweet flavor to your daily diet and dramatically reduce sweet cravings. Certain vegetables have a deep sweet flavor when cooked, like corn, carrots, onions, beets, winter squash, etc. Sweet potatoes and yams. Some lesser known vegetables that are semi-sweet are turnips, parsnips and rutabagas, and there is another group of vegetables that don't taste sweet but have an effect on the body similar to that of sweet vegetables. These include red radishes, daikon radishes, green cabbage, red cabbage and burdock. Because many of these vegetables are root vegetables, they are energetically grounding, helping to balance out the spacey feelings people often experience after eating other sweets. These sweet vegetables are not only loaded with vitamins and minerals, they are also providing a lot of fiber to your diet. So include them in your diet and you'll have a very nice experience of delicious and nutritious food. The step 5 would be increasing leafy green vegetables. If vegetables are the scarcest food in the Western diet, leafy green vegetables are lacking most of all. Learning to cook and eat greens is essential for creating lasting health. The color green is associated with spring, a time of renewal, refreshment and vital energy. In Asian medicine, green is related to the liver, emotional stability and creativity. Nutritionally, greens are high in calcium, magnesium, iron, potassium, phosphorus, vitamins A, C and K. They are crammed with fiber, folate, chlorophyll and many other micronutrients and phytochemicals. Some of the benefits gained from eating green, dark, leafy vegetables are blood purification, reduced cancer risk, improved circulation, immune strengthening, promotion of healthy intestinal flora, improved liver, gallbladder and kidney functions, reduction of congestion especially in lungs and reduction of mucus. You can choose from a variety of greens. Broccoli is very popular among adults and children. Each stem is like a tree trunk, giving you strong grounded energy. But remember to be adventurous and try greens you've never seen before. Rotate between bok choy, napa cabbage, kale, collards, watercress, mustard greens, broccoli rabe, dandelion and other leafy greens. Nourish yourself with greens will naturally crowd out less health supportive foods. Try it for a month and see how you feel. Step number 6 is experiment with protein. Protein is the basic building block of the human structure, helping our bodies form muscles, skin and hair. Because of our bioavailability, bioindividuality, protein requirements vary dramatically from person to person. I recommend experimenting with reducing or increasing your protein intake, trying different sources, animal and vegetable, and noticing the impact on your body. So many people today eat way too much protein. Some people need protein-rich foods more often because of their constitutional or dietary needs like iron deficiency. Low protein can lead to low energy and variety of cravings. On the other hand, many people feel lighter and clearer and notice a decrease in physical symptoms when they reduce animal protein in their diet. Again, there is no right or wrong here. Food is not religion. No special heaven is reserved for vegetarians. So please find the fuel that is most suitable for your current needs. Finding the optimum protein intake is a key to a balanced and healthy life. Step number 7 is one of the biggest hurdles to having a healthy diet these days is avoiding the bounty of highly processed junk foods. These foods are typically found in boxes, cans, bags and bottles. Soda, that is examples, sodas, crackers, candy and much more. But notice I still said eat less, not eliminate completely. That's because not all processed foods are created equal. Remember, processing a food could be as simple as grinding coffee beans, shredding carrots or buying spinach in a bag. These minimally processed foods are conveniently and generally healthy. You may also find processed foods like canned tomatoes or frozen veggies that are picked at their peak and stored for later useful. But when it comes to a bag of chips with a long list of ingredients or refining a grain and removing its more nutritious part, these are the foods to reduce as much as possible. When you are surrounded by highly processed convenient foods, find strategies you can use to choose more whole food options. Will you practice making more of your own foods? Give yourself more time at the store to read labels, or simply start by replacing highly processed foods with more minimally processed foods. The choice is yours. Point number 8 being, make a habit of nurturing your body. The tongue cleaner, hot water bottle and hot towel scrub are 3 of my favorite daily tools to establish a loving relationship with the body. The relationship is a key component of overall health, and it's often overlooked by the medical community. Increasingly, I am happy to see more people talking and taking an interest in self-care. It's not just about eating healthy foods, but about deepening our connection with ourselves. Try some of these habits or make up something new that works for you. The key is to find simple ways to consistently give back to your body for all it does for you each and every day. These simple tools really speak to improve the quality of life. The tongue scraper, hot water bottle and hot towel scrub are 3 of the fastest, easiest and least expensive means of creating a loving relationship with your body and in turn a new level of health. You can also find other methods that work for you, like stretching your body in the morning, starting a meditation practice or spending more time in nature. What nurturing habits appeal most to you? Number 9 is have healthy relationship. It's rare that I meet someone who feels entirely supported by his or her family, friends, workers, boss or significant other. Sometimes the answer to getting the support you need may be as simple as asking for help from your loved ones or from your professionals. Other times the answer may lie in creating new relationships and letting go of the old ones that no longer serve you. Start by developing the relationship you have with yourself. When you find ways to nurture and love yourself, you will be better able to communicate your needs more effectively to others. How can you make sure that the relationship in your life are nourishing your soul and keeping you healthy? Consider these tips. Open communication. In a healthy relationship, whether it is with your mom, best friend or partner, you should have an open line of communication. If something is bothering you, talk to that person about it. If you're happy about something, call that person and share your joy with them. Mutual support. A strong relationship lasts through the good and the bad. You should be able to lean on each other when you are going through tough times, like a breakup or losing a job. If your friend is constantly coming to you with problems but seems to be absent from your life when you are going through a hard time, then it may be time to re-evaluate the relationship. Laughter and fun. Celebrating in the good times is just as important for a healthy relationship as supporting each other through the tough times. Being able to spend time laughing and rejoicing with your loved ones will feed you in a way that food cannot. We all need to discover what kinds of relationships work best for us. So take the time to look at your relationships and find people in your life who support you. Number 10, and the most important one, is Enjoy regular physical activity. A lot of people go to great lengths to make sure they are eating healthy food, but they don't bother to exercise regularly. Inactivity is more prevalent than ever, with 1 in 3 adults not active enough worldwide. Movement aids digestion, assimilation, circulation, and respiration, and it is a crucial part of our healthy person's regime. Many people don't like exercising. It's challenging for them to find an exercise routine that they enjoy. Think about what you loved to do as a kid. Did you dance, bike, or hike? This is a this is a good place to start when looking for a new exercise routine. Look for a gym or yoga studio near your home or on the way to your office where you. Exercising can be an opportunity to reconnect with nature, perhaps by going to a large park if you are in a city dweller. Research shows that exercising outside has mental benefits too, including increased energy and feeling less tense. Getting out to a rural environment, somewhere you can breathe clean, fresh air, hear the birds, and see the sky on a regular basis can be very healing. We can live without food for months and without water for days. However, we cannot live without air for more than a few minutes. So it makes sense that air quality is essential for life quality. Point number 11 being find work you love. Career can be one of the most dysfunctional areas of adult life. Many people resign themselves to doing tedious works in jobs, offices, and corporations that are not in alignment with who they are. Many people feel trapped in jobs because they have a retirement fund or accrued benefits. They know they should leave, but they have a mortgage of bills or bills to pay. You can also try to identify what isn't working in your job on your personal level and find ways to address the issue. Maybe your deadlines are too quick and you have problems with procrastination. Or maybe you have a hard time communicating with large groups because you are shy. Maybe you feel you are overqualified for a position and feel bored at work. Instead of putting all the blame on your work environment, see what you can learn from your current situation and how you can make changes. Research local seminars or organization, public speaking, or continued learning in your field. You may be surprised that when you make changes in yourself, your job may feel fulfilling. Develop number 12 and the last point to better health, last step to better health would be develop a spiritual practice. Spirituality is what gives depth and meaning to life, creating the feeling of divine order and harmony that exists above and beyond human limitations. Spirituality, like food, comes in all forms. I don't recommend a specific path, but I encourage people to have a spiritual practice. For some, this means embracing their religion of birth, following the traditions of their ancestors, and seeking depth through prayer and with God. If the idea of developing a spiritual practice sounds overwhelming, you might begin with ways to keep your spirit lifted. You may find doing random acts of kindness for others or unplugging for an hour at the end of the day would be the perfect avenue to experience this part of life. For others, you may schedule time to attend church or mosque, read inspirational texts, or attend a silent retreat. Sometimes the biggest challenge when it comes to something new is simply the act of beginning. Start small and don't overcomplicate it. If you aren't sure what kind of practice you want to develop, make time to talk with others or research various forms of spirituality on your own. You may feel like you don't have 30 minutes a day for a meditation practice, so start with a set time that feels doable for you. Remember, a seed doesn't struggle to become a plant. It just takes the right amount of nourishment. Find a practice that is enjoyable and feeds your soul. We used to have a practice which we did on a daily basis. We used to start our day with a small prayer, a small dua, and it would make our day blessed, and we would stay relaxed throughout the day. Just 5 minutes out of our daily schedule to make a prayer, to pray 2 rakats is sufficient enough to keep the whole day happy and positive. So I hope you like these points, which are 12 steps to better health. Please like and share our video. Thank you.